It's Gurley power. Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Todd Gurley, fresh off a standout performance a week ago, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New England Patriots. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They will be led out by the second overall pick back in 2016. Hard to believe he's already in his fourth season. Carson Wentz.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3-3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Gotta get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
Throwing now is Wentz. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Pushing through the contact. A gain of 13. It's a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The starters on the defensive side of the ball for Miami, they're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Pass caught left side by Humphries. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. Now a draw play for Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 14 carries, 79 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver? Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And now look at him go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Corey Grant, 77 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Let's put our attention here now on the Dolphins' defense. And we're going to get a peek at some of the hits that have helped them get this first half lead.
And you know how the best hits happen? By being really good on that side of the ball in terms of fundamentals.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That's a gain of 3. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a play fake here on first down. Jerome Baker, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. Jayon Brown coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check safety.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Grant. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They will run with Grant. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, Grant, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Patriots get the football back. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's the surprise, because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the 1st down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting into their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz, incomplete, over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Austin Safarian Jenkins. His 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check, watch it before. Watch the screen.
Here's Brissett. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 44-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Grant, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Let's go.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
On first down, Grant. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, it's Grant. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now a give right side. Grant. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Corey Grant with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball into space in some different ways here. Here's Wentz to throw. This one complete to Devin Funchess. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Wentz now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Throwing again on second down. Wentz. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. Hopkins' kick is good. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to... You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They go back to Grant. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
56.
third down. Brissett. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This is Grant. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's brought in by Doxson. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give right side. Grant.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Running on first down, Eckler. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down now. It's Grant, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. Deep in the red zone, seemed like they had their mind made up that was 4-down territory, and now they've got it inside the 5.
I like the way you looked at that.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And Davis with it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Safarian Jenkins has it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. To throw again on second down. Wentz. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 3rd and short.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
What's it done? Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, let's go. What's it done?
Wentz now on first down. Caught right side, Davis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Kill.
On play action. It's Wentz. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Jerome Baker in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Wentz. And this one complete, right side to Funchess. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's it, baby. We go.
Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Now Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Throwing on first is Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. That time a 9-play drive. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll run on first down. It's Grant. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You got it.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Let's go.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now with Juszczyk. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively, kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Grant. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So this drive spans 7 plays, and a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And they will be in the playoffs as champs of the AFC East, but as it stands now, Charles, they'd still have to host a game on Wild Card Weekend because they're looking up at slots 1 and 2.
Well, when the season began, they said, let's win our division first,
that's right?
That's the bottom line that gets you into the playoffs or the tournament, as a lot of the guys like to call it. So they're in. They'll host that first round, and then they'll see where it goes from there. But the bottom line, as always, get it.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jerome Baker in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing is Wentz. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They're running it. Switch.
On 1st down, Grant. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. A quick throw out right here. He's got it complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We've been around this league for a while. Many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the left side. Grant. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. On 3rd down, Grant. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive